College of Nursing, Government Institute of Medical Sciences, Greater Noida. Dr. M. Narayana, he has received his Doctor of Philosophy in Nursing, PhD Nursing from Vinayak University, Salem, Tamil Nadu. He has received Master in Medical and Surgical Nursing from the Tamil Nadu Dr. MGUG University. He has received his Bachelor Nursing from Sri Ramachandra Medical College and Research Institute, Chennai. Currently, he is serving as principal in Sam Global College of Nursing, Bhopal. His total year of professional experience is more than 21 years. He is having numerous national and international journals. He is a national editorial member in India Journal of Surgical Nursing and International Journal of Practical Nursing. Many more are there. I welcome you, sir. Next, co-chairperson Dr. Sarika Saxena. She has received her Doctor of Philosophy of Nursing, PhD Nursing from Maharaja Vinayak Global University, Jaipur, Rajasthan. She is Master in Obstetrical and Gynecological Nursing from Bhiwadi University, Gwalior, MP. She has completed her Bachelor in Nursing from Kanpur University, UP. Currently, she is serving as principal in College of Nursing, Government Institute of Medical Sciences, Greater Noida, UP. She is also having total year of professional experience that is more than 21 years. Besides this, she is having numerous of research activities and publication in national and international journals. She is also serving as membership like National Research Society of Indian SRI, Society of Midwives India, membership in UIGI Academic Research Foundation, and she is having lifetime membership of NSS Nursing Forest Society. Her main aim is to improve professional skill in students and keep that actually required in our practice area. Besides that, she is also having lots of achievement and awards. I welcome you, ma'am. Now I request our honorable, dedicated, respected Dr. D.S. Ajita, Principal, College of Nursing, kindly felicitate our chairperson and co-chairperson. Next, Dr. Sarika Saxena, Vice Chancellor, Professor, College Nursing. Moving forward, now the session begins with the paper presentation by our research scholar. The first presenter is Ms. Arohi. I request her to come on the stage. Her topic is assess the impact of using mobile phone among the late adolescents. Over to you, Arohi.
So, good morning to all of you. This is Arul Shwaswa. So, I am here to present my presentation, and my topic is a study to assess the impact of using mobile phone among late adolescents of selected college at Gorakhpur. So, firstly, the introduction. A smartphone is an addictive device which train a soul into a lifeless planet full of lights by Alex Moret. Reading is one of the oldest habits of human civilization. It has been the passion of greatest personalities of all the time. One of the first documentary sources for reading was manuscript. The arrived Gutenberg press, printing press ended such discrimination by making printed word available for all by bringing the drastic changes to the fundamentally oral society of the day. The emergence of internet has created an extraordinary changes in reading, culture, the revolution in mass media, telecommunication, and social networking with emerging advancement in science and technology has made drastic change in access and browse of online, and hence proving the importance of mobile phone or smartphone into a global world. So what is the need of study? Need of the study. Mobile phone have grown at unprecedented rate in Indian subcontinent. Mobile phone use electromagnetic radiation in microwave range, which may be believed harmful to human health. There is increased risk of carcinogen hazard, brain and salivary gland tumors. Advantages of mobile phone also includes basically the accessing anywhere and anytime. Since mobile phone learning is all about studying through mobile using the internet, it can be accessed from anywhere in the world and anytime. Mistrust can arise in families if society does not address this effect of cell phones. Parents give less time to their kids, responsibly more slowly, which responds more slowly and overreact to being interrupted. It also decreases empathic connection that people feel toward each other. So, focusing toward the need of study, there can be both positive impact also, negative impact also. To find it out, what can be the most, what is the result for my study? I have done this, that will be the need of the study for which I have selected this statement. Next is objective of the study. To assess the prevalence of using mobile phone among late adolescents. Next is to assess the impact of mobile phone among sample. To prepare and distribute pamphlets regarding impact of mobile phone. Next is to find out the association between the impact of using mobile phone with selected demographic variables. Next is hypothesis. So, first hypothesis is there will be a negative impact of using mobile phone among sample. Next is there will be a significant association between sample with your selected demographic variables. Next is research methodology. So research methodology, we will move towards the research approach. In research approach, it is in the study, non-experimental, descriptive, quantitative research approach was used. Next is research design. So in this study, a descriptive research design was used. Next is study setting. So my final study, the descriptive study was conducted at Maharana Pratap PG College, Jungle Bhushan, Gorakhpur, Uttar Pradesh. So it is a postgraduate institution established in the year 2005 and is affiliated with Deen Dayal Upadhyay, Gorakhpur University, Gorakhpur. Near about 2,000 students are studying in this college right now. Next is study population. So the population of study was late adolescent students studying in BA first year in Maharana Pratap PG College, Jungle Bhushan, Gorakhpur, Uttar Pradesh. Sample sizes in this study, 30 sample size was taken. Sampling technique is in this study, simple convenient sampling technique was used. Next is criteria of sample selection, inclusion criteria. So students who are using mobile phone, that is Android phone. So with that, I have found it my prevalence of student using mobile phone. Next is the students who are available at the time of data collection. Next is the students between 18 to 21 years of age. Next is exclusion criteria. So students who are not willing to participate in the study. Next is description of the tool. Description of the tool. Section A. It involves demographic data, age, gender, number of siblings, religion, occupation of father, occupation of mother, monthly income of family, type of family, and residence. Section B includes self-structured checklist to assess the prevalence of students using mobile phone. Next is section C. In section C, it is a self-structured Likert scale, that is 3-point Likert scale, to assess the impact of using mobile phone among late adolescents, and it consists of 3 sections. First one is academic, second one is health, and third one is social aspect. Next is the criteria for that. This table shows the criteria which shows the prevalence of student using mobile phone. First one is if the score will be more than 8, it will be the student who uses mobile phone frequently. Next is score between 6 to 8. It will be using student who use mobile phone occasionally. And third one is less than 6. It will be including not using mobile phone more frequently. Next is this will be showing the section C, the whole criteria. Like if the score will be between 1 to 30, it will show mild impact. If score will be between 31 to 60, it will show moderate impact. And if the score will be between 61 to 90, it will show severe impact. And each there like it is a Likert scale, and in the Likert scale, three sections are there, and each section consists of 10 questions, and each question consists of 3 marks. Next is data collection procedure. A formal written permission was obtained from concerned higher authority to conduct the research. Then the researchers selected the sample by using simple convenience sampling method by using self-structured 3-point Likert scale, and the data was collected from sample. The researchers spent 5 to 10 minutes to every sample. Ethical consideration. The ethical consideration was obtained from the Institutional Ethical and Research Committee of Guru Shri Gorakhnath College of Nursing. Permission was also obtained from Authority of Maharana Pratap PG College, Jangal Dushan, Gorakhpur, Uttar Pradesh. Next is informed consent was obtained from participants of study. Next is analysis and interpretation. So the study was aimed to assess the academic, social, and health impact of mobile phone among late adolescents. The data was processed and analyzed on the basis of objective formulated for the present study. Next is organization of findings. So in the organization of findings, section A constitute of demographic variables, section B constitute of prevalence of students or sample using mobile phone, section C constitute of sample the impact of mobile phone among those samples, and section D constitute of association, which is found between the impact and with the selected demographic variables. Next is section A. So I would like to, as section A constitute of demographic variables. So first one is according to age. So 30 samples were taken. Among that, 11 samples were having 19 years of age, 10 samples were having 20 years of age, and 3 samples were having 18 years of age. Next is samples distribution of sample based on gender. 21 samples among 30 samples were female, and 9 samples were male. Next is distribution of sample based on number of siblings. So 10 samples were having more than 2 siblings, 11 samples were having 2 siblings, and 6 samples were having 1 sibling, and 3 samples were having among those 30 samples were single child of their parents. Next is distribution of sample based on religion. So according to religion, 24 samples were Hindu and 6 samples were Muslims. Next is distribution of sample based on occupation of father. So 8 samples fathers belong to private sectors. 4 samples belong to government sectors. 17 samples belong to business, and only 1 sample among my samples were fathers were unemployed. Next is distribution of sample based on occupation of mother. 22 samples mothers were housewife, 7 samples belong to private sector, and 1 sample mothers belong to government sector. Next is distribution of sample based on income of family. 1 sample were having less than 2,000 rupees per month salary. Next is 7 samples were having salary or pay scale between 2,000 to 10,000 rupees per month, and 14 samples were having pay scale between 10,000 to 20,000 rupees per month, and 8 samples were having more than 20,000 rupees per month salary. Next is distribution of sample based on types of family. 20 samples belong to nuclear family, and 10 samples belong to joint family. Next is distribution of sample based on residence. 3 samples were living in hostel, 9 samples were living in rent, and 18 samples were coming from home. So after this section A, section B, which will be including distribution of sample based on prevalence of students using mobile phone. So among this, 16 samples were using mobile phone more frequently. 9 samples were using mobile phone occasionally, and 5 samples were not using mobile phone so frequently. Next is distribution of sample based on section C includes distribution of sample based on impact of students using mobile phone. So in this, 16 samples were having mild impact, 9 samples were having moderate impact, and 5 samples were having severe impact. Next is section D, association between level of impact on using mobile phone with their selected demographic variable. So no significant association was found between impact of using mobile phone with their selected demographic variables such as age, gender, number of siblings, religion, occupation of father, occupation of mother, monthly income, type of family, and residence. Hence, hypothesis 2 was rejected in this study. Next, thank you.
Good morning to one and all those who are present here. My question is mobile phone.
Yes.
All are using from pediatric to geriatric.
Yes, sir.
Why you have selected especially late adolescents?
So late adolescent group are more prone to to be addicted towards mobile phone, and the career oriented thing will be more in that late adolescence group. That is from 17 to 19 years, and our college students were the fresher students, those who are present here are between 17 to 19 years, and if they will not be focused more towards the study, the deviation can be there. And so sir, I have more focus toward the late adolescence group, because there ma'am, if they will not be more more, they will not give more focus towards from first year only, their base will not be developed, and if their base will not be developed, all over the career things will be drop out. So because of that, my thought process was that to select the late adolescent group.
What are the behavioral changes you have seen from this adolescent group?
So first behavioral changes is social withdrawal because of mobile phone. Because they are having mobile phone, they are using like that more than 4 to 8 hours. And the more first thing is social withdrawal. Second thing is they are not connected towards the families also. Third thing is they are not able to complete. The more requirements are there, more things are there which they have to complete. But they are also the third thing which I have seen, that they are not focused toward their studies also. They are not able to complete the given things in a required amount of time also. So third thing was that, and fourth thing was is that sir, they are also connected toward the opposite gender among this age group is more, and so to keep students focused among wherever I have conducted this study, I have selected the sample.
What is your suggestion?
So my suggestion is to use the mobile phone effectively in a direction where it is required. So in my study, this is like sir, my hypothesis was that negative impact will come in my thinking. But sir, I have among that 30 samples, it is very it is very unbelievable for me that among that sir, 21 samples, after calculating everything, I found out that the mobile phone are effective for them. So we can say that if they are using mobile phone in an effective manner, it will be effective for those students, and if they will not use that in effective manner, certainly consequences will be there.
Very good. It is a very useful topic for everyone.
Thank you, Arohi, for a wonderful presentation. Next, I would like to call Ms. Ashwini Pandey. Her topic is effectiveness of information education communication module on knowledge regarding detection of visual impairment of toddler among school children. I welcome Ashwini. Please come and
A very warm and precious good morning to one and all present here, Honorable Chairperson, respected Principal Ma'am, faculty members, and lovely delegates. I, Ashwini Pandey, here to represent my research topic, that is, a study to assess the effectiveness of information, education, and communication module regarding detection of visual impairment in toddlers among school teachers in selected schools at Gorakhpur, UP. One of the most wonderful things in nature is a glance of eye. It transcends the bodily symbol of identity. It is given by Ralph Waldo Emerson. Next, we will see the introduction. The human eye is nature's sophisticated camera. Visual problem in the children leads to deep and negative effect on psychological, emotional, social interaction, and socio-economic growth of the family. Attention to the eyes of toddler is a very important and can be achieved by seeing the active participation of school teachers. Next, we will see the need of the study. A visual impairment is a worldwide problem that has a significant socio-economic impact. school teachers take the role of second parents. Therefore, teachers are in a unique position to identify the impairment in the early stage. Visual impairment in children is often preventable if community, parents, school teachers become aware of the causes. This creates an interest in researcher to conduct a study on school teacher to assess knowledge regarding detection of visual impairment in toddlers. Next, we will see the problem statement of my research. It is a study to assess the effectiveness of information, education, and communication module regarding detection of visual impairment among teachers in selected schools at Gorakhpur. We'll see the objective. The first one is to assess the pre-test level knowledge regarding detection of visual impairment in toddlers among the sample. Next, we will see the next objective to assess the post-test level of knowledge regarding detection of visual impairment in toddlers among the sample. Next, to determine the effectiveness of information, education, and communication module regarding detection of visual impairment in toddlers among the samples. Last one is to find out the association between pre-test level of knowledge with their selected demographic variable. The hypothesis is H1 is there will be significant difference between pre-test and post-test knowledge score of school teacher on detection of visual impairment. H2 is there will be an association between the pre-test level of knowledge with their selected demographic variable. Next, we will see the diagrammatic presentation. The demographic variables are age, gender, religion, marital status, working experience, qualification, previous knowledge, and the source of previous knowledge. Firstly, we will see the target population. The target population of my study is school teacher. Next, we will see the accessible population. School teacher who are teaching in playway and kindergarten. The setting of my study is school. The sample size is 30. Sampling technique is non-probability convenient sampling technique. In pre-test, we did the assessment of knowledge by semi-structured questionnaire. And after pre-test, we will administer the information, education, and communication module on the detection of visual impairment in toddlers. And we conducted the post-test. In this post-test, we assess the effectiveness of information, education, communication module using self-structured questionnaire. And lastly, we'll do the descriptive and inferential statistics, findings, conclusion, and summary. We'll see the research methodology, the research approach. In my study, the quantitative research approach was used. We'll see the research design. In this study, one group pre-test, post-test research design was used. The study setting of my research is a Blossom Senior Secondary School, Gorakhpur. Next one is GS National Academy, Gorakhpur. RN Public School, Gorakhpur, BN Public School, Gorakhpur, SL Public School, Gorakhpur, and PD Public School, Gorakhpur. The study population is, in this study population was school teacher. In this study, the sample consists of school teachers who are working in selected schools at Gorakhpur. The sample size was 30 school teachers, 5 school teachers from each schools. The sampling technique in this study, non-probability convenient sampling technique was used. The dependent variable of my research is the level of knowledge, and the independent variable is information, education, and communication module. We will see the criteria for sample collection. First is the inclusion criteria. Teachers who are teaching in playway and kindergarten, available during the time of data collection, willing to participate in the study, understand Hindi and English language, and between the age group of 21 to 60 years of age. Next, we will see the exclusion criteria. Teachers who are not teaching in playway and kindergarten and not willing to participate in the study. And lastly, below the age group of 21 to 60 years of age. Now we will see the data collection tool. The tools are prepared into two sections. Section A, the demographic data such as age, gender, religion, marital status, qualification, working experience, previous knowledge on visual impairment. If yes, then the source of knowledge. The section B consists of self-structured questionnaire to evaluate the effectiveness of information, education, communication module regarding detection of visual impairment among toddlers. All correct answers were given the score of 1 and the wrong answer were given to the 0. As we conducted the test, we will divide for interpretation of data, we will divide the score as following. For poor, we will provide 1 to 6 marks, and if the teachers get between the 7 to 12 marks, we will consider it as an average, and if they get the number between 13 to 20, we will consider it as a good. Lastly, we will see the result. The pre-test knowledge score is the teachers who are in poor stage is 3%. The average is the poor percentage of the teacher is 70% and the average is 26.67% and the good is 3%. After conducting the administration of information education communication module, we will assess the post-test level knowledge score. The post-test knowledge score is for good it is 62% and for average it is 30.33% and for poor it is 8%. And lastly, we will see the conclusion. The study was aimed to assess the effectiveness of information education and communication module regarding detection of visual impairment in toddlers among school teachers in selected schools at Gorakhpur. The teachers improved their level of knowledge after information education and communication module. Thank you.
Hello, Hayushi Pandey. You have presented your presentation beautifully, and the topic is very relevant nowadays because the toddlers are facing these lots of problems because of the poor information and knowledge about this eye vision and all. So I just want to see what you have prepared and structured this module. I want to see it over here. Can we see this module you have given to your teachers? Huh? The module you have prepared. Do you have that?
Ma'am, presently I'm not having that. We had prepared a well-planned lesson plan.
Okay.
On the basis of that, we had given the health education to the teachers who are teaching in playway and kindergarten.
Okay, but my advice, whenever you start taking a presentation, giving a presentation, you should keep each and everything with you. Okay, because you are on the stage and the people will ask this question. Anyway, no problem. But what kind of things you have covered in this your lesson plan about that module?
Lesson plan we had started from the introduction and definition of the visual impairment, and we classified the basic the specific problem which the toddlers are suffering from, such as myopia, hypermyopia, astigmatism, strabismus. There are several specific problems that toddlers are suffering from. So, ma'am, individually we have defined all the conditions which the toddlers are suffering, and we will give given the health education, the teachers how they can detect the eye problem in the toddlers, because ma'am the toddlers cannot able to speak and talk about their problems, and they cannot able to understand what they are going through or what they are suffering from. So ma'am, we indicated that mainly we focus on the sign and symptoms, that if a child is suffering from any of eye problem, they try to see the boards like they sorry ma'am, the watery discharge they are having from the eye, and they have eye pain, and when they cannot able to see the object from the back, so teachers can make student to sit in front, and they also provide vacation to student for the doctor's visit, ma'am, and they can also provide adequate light in the classroom so that student can grasp knowledge easily.
Yes, you have very explained very well to the teachers. But what other areas you have used for teaching them? Because it is not possible for the teachers. In a sense, we can understand.
Yes, ma'am.
Teachers not possible.
Yes, ma'am.
What you have used?
Yes, ma'am. As you told, the medical term is very difficult to understand for those who are from non-medical fields. So, ma'am, we had used the chart paper, leaflet, pamphlets, and the flashcard to give the health education.
So you got proper results, findings.
Yes, ma'am.
So maybe you will be keep continue to touch with the teachers. Yes or no?
Ma'am, presently I'm not in the touch now.
You should ask because you have conducted this study.
Yes, ma'am.
Your purpose is not to be finished. You got the result. Because if you want it, the people has to be maintained and continue. So you make contact with them. What the things further, and what is your plan for the further sessions and all. Because you have other students. In future, maybe they will contact to the same teacher in that same school. Okay.
Yes.
So this kind of thing is that need to be have. Otherwise, your presentation is very good.
Thank you, ma'am.
universe beauty exists with eye vision only. Thank you, Ashwani, for taking this topic as your research interest. Next, I would like to call Ms. Kavita Sahani. Her topic is level of knowledge and practice regarding worm infestation among the mothers of toddlers. I welcome you.
Good morning to all. Myself Kavita Sane. I am standing in front of you for keeping for research paper presentation. My problem statement is the a study to assess the level of knowledge and practice regarding worm infestation among the mother of toddlers at Balapar village, Gorakhpur. Then introduction. Children are the wealth of the tomorrow. Take care of them. If we wish to have a strong India, ever ready for to meet various challenges. It is according to Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Children is constitute of large section and of the population in India. It has been a great challenge to the nation to provide health education of food and children below 12 years. Health, school age population comprising 38% of country who are dependent on productive but has a great potential. Then need and significance of the study. Survey intestinal problem among the children of different income group. It was observed that the most prevalent parasite was Staphylococcus aureus. They had suggested that a part of protective measures of the children against intestinal parasite infection, improvement in environmental sanitation for communities is important. They also stress the need of creating awareness of personal hygiene to sustain health education in mother of the toddler. Then objective of the study to assess the level of knowledge regarding worm infestation among the sample, to assess the level of practice regarding worm infestation among the sample, to assess to find out the association between level of knowledge regarding worm infestation among the mothers with the selected demographic variables, to find out the association between the practice regarding worm infestation among the mother of toddlers with selected demographic variables. Then the research methodology. A research approach in this study, quantitative research approach is used. Then research design in this study, descriptive research design is used. Research setting in this study is conduct. This study is conducting in Balapur village, Gorakhpur. Population. In this study, the population consists of mothers of toddlers in Balapur village. Sampling technique. Sample. In this study, sample consists of mother of toddlers. Sample size. In this study, sample size consists of 60 mothers of toddlers, and sampling technique. In this study, convenient sampling technique is used. Then sampling criteria. There is two sampling criteria, inclusion criteria. First, mothers who are having toddlers, mothers who are available at time of data collection, mothers who are willing to participate in this study, mothers who are able to read, write, understand either Hindi, English and local language or Bhojpuri. Exclusion criteria. Mothers who are not have toddlers, mothers who are not able to time of data collection, mothers who are not willing to participate in this study, mothers who are not able to read and write, understand Hindi, English and local languages. This description of tools. The tool consists of three sections. Section A, socio-demographic variables. Section B, self-structure questionnaire. And section C, checklist questionnaire regarding the worm infestation among the mother of toddlers. Organization and finding.
Section A, frequency and percentage distribution of the sample based on the socio-demographic variable. Section B, between level of association between knowledge scores with their selected demographic variable. Section C, checklist to assess the practice of the worm infestation. Then results. Among 60 sample, 25 sample had adequate knowledge regarding the worm infestation. Frequency is 15 samples. 28.33 sample have a moderate knowledge regarding worm infestation. Frequency is 17. And 46.67 sample had adequate knowledge regarding worm infestation. Frequency is 28. Had poor knowledge regarding the worm infestation. So, association between the level of knowledge regarding association between level of awareness with selected demographic variable. Chi-square was calculated to find out the association between the level of knowledge with selected demographic variables. Significant association was found between the level of awareness with their selected demographic variables such as type of family, source of information. Non-significant association was found between the level of knowledge with age, religion, education, occupation, income, family income, and source of water. Worm infestation practice among the mother of toddlers. Poor practice, mother having a poor practice 53.33%, fair practice or adequate practice 30%, and good practice 16.67%. Conclusion. The aim was to assess the level of knowledge and practice regarding worm infestation among the mother of toddler having adequate knowledge is for 25% and moderate knowledge 28.34% and poor knowledge having 46.66%. Thank you.
Yes, Saloni, you are trying to present your topic in a better and better way. But I have seen somewhere you have written the samples, somewhere you have written the mothers of the toddler. Is there any specific reason or by mistake you have done it? कहीं पे आपने लिखा है सैंपल वर्ड यूज किया है, कहीं पे लिखा है मदर्स ऑफ द टॉडलर्स. इज देयर एनी by mistake it is, huh? Because I was thinking it should be the same when we are writing. Who were your guide? She is here. Huh? Co-guide. See, and then whenever you all this, it is applicable for all these scholars. When you are presenting any presentation, the respected your teachers, your principal and vice principal, you have to address. Okay, and you have to take your guide name and the co-guide name also, and the supporter, those who have supported for conducting this research. Without them, not possible. Okay, and it is a really a platform for you to be, stand for you people. So this is that you always address them. And what you have found, finally, what you miss after doing this descriptive study, what you wanted to say to the audience?
Maintain hygiene. Ma'am, maintain hygiene to all mothers and
The mother they can understand, but the other students, what they should supposed to do. टॉडलर इंटरसेक्शन के लिए आप इन्हें क्या बताना चाहोगी? स्टूडेंट्स को, दूसरे स्टूडेंट्स को क्या बताना चाहोगी?
मैम स्टूडेंट को,
हाँ, आपके बैचमेट सीनियर्स स्टूडेंट्स क्या बोलना चाहेंगे आप?
मैम उन लोगों को ये बताना चाहेंगे कि वो लोग अब मतलब घर के अगल बगल में या गांव में जब रहते हैं तो देखें सफाई है कि नहीं अगल बगल में, और कैसे बच्चों को मतलब फीडिंग कराना है, खाना खिलाना है, ये सारी चीजें, और टॉयलेट ट्रेनिंग, ये सारी चीजें बताने के लिए बोलेंगे.
हाँ, that awareness has to be proper, है ना, because you are studying in this umbrella, so you should know all these things to deliberate and to educate the people, है ना. This is the purpose of this research, because this is not only for you, this is for others also. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Kavita Sahani, for sharing your analysis related to worm infestation. Our next and last presenter is Ms. Meera Kumari. The topic is effectiveness of warm water therapy on reduction of pain among cancer patients. I welcome you.
Good morning to all. Myself, Meera Kumari. Today I am here to present my research study. So before starting the presentation, I want to thank the principal ma'am, vice principal ma'am, and my guide, Mrs. Rachita madam, for giving me this opportunity to conduct the study. So my problem statement is a study to assess the effectiveness of warm water food bath therapy on reduction of pain among cancer patients in selected hospital at Gorakhpur. After that introduction, cancer is a disorder in which differentiated body cells undergo changes at the molecular level, resulting in the loss of normal cell regulation, characteristics, and functions. Development of cancer is an orderly process comprising stages like initiation, promotion, and progression. Causes of cancer may be genetic, radiation, chemical, or viral in nature. General signs and symptoms of cancer include the unexplained weight loss, fever, fatigue, pain, and skin changes. The need of this study. Approximately 15.5 million cancer survivors, people who received a diagnosis of cancer, were alive in the United States in 2016, and that number is expected to increase to nearly 20 million by 2026 because nearly half of cancer survivors live longer than 10 years. After that, objectives. The objective of my study is to assess the level of food pain among sample, to assess the effectiveness of warm water food bath therapy on reduction of pain among study and control group, to determine the association between the level of pain with selected demographic variables. After that, research methodology. In the research methodology, in my study, I use the quantitative research approach, and the research design is a quasi-experimental research design. Variables in my study, independent variable is warm water food bath therapy, and dependent variable is cancer patient. Demographic variables include the age, gender, occupation, type of dietary habits, chemotherapy cycle, duration of illness, and duration of treatment. After that sample, in my study, sample was cancer patient with the age group between 18 to 70 years. Then sample size is 60, out of which 30 is in control group and 30 is in experimental group. Then sampling technique. In my study, I use convenient sampling technique. Then study setting was in VRD Medical College. Then criteria for the sample selection. First is inclusion criteria. Patients who are willing to participate, patients who are admitted in the VRD medical college, patients who are fully conscious, patients who are communicating Hindi and English. Then exclusion criteria. Patients who are unconscious, patients with peripheral vascular disease, patient with the previous history of cancer pain. And then data collection technique. Data collection technique include the two sections. First is demographic variables, in that age, gender, occupation, type of dietary habits, chemotherapy cycle, duration of illness, and duration of treatment. Then section B include the numerical pain rating scale. It is a straight line defining 11-point numerical scale, ranges from 0, no pain, to 10, representing extreme pain. The participant is asked to mark pain level on the line between the end point after therapy in study and control group. After that, plan for data analysis. I use the descriptive statistics and inferential statistics. Descriptive statistics include the mean percentage, standard deviation, and the inferential statistics include the t-test and chi-square test. The result of my study is description of level of reduction of pain among cancer patients. The data reveals that 73.3% of samples were having moderate pain and 26.7% of samples were having severe pain in experimental group. And in control group, 40% of samples were having moderate pain and 60% of samples were having severe pain. The association between the pre-test value with the selected demographic variables. Significant association was found between the pre-intervention score of sample among cancer patients with their demographic variables, such as type of diet, treatment, chemotherapy cycle, duration of illness, duration of treatment at the time of data collection. Then conclusion of my study is, the study was arranged to evaluate the effectiveness of warm water food bath therapy on reduction of pain among the cancer patients at BRD Medical College. A session of warm water food bath therapy was possible to cancer patients to reduce the pain. Hence, it was concluded that a warm water food bath therapy session was effective in reducing the pain among cancer patients. Thank you.
What is your name, Neema?
No, ma'am. Meera Kumar.
Neema.
Meera Kumar.
Okay. Topic is yours, very good. You have taken a pain therapy, warm water food therapy. Okay. So why it is used for the cancer patient in the foot only?
Ma'am, because if warm water food bath therapy we are giving in the food therapy we are giving, so it gives the patient so much of relax, because in the cancer patient mainly chemotherapy drugs are they are taking cancer patient. So because of that chemotherapy drugs, the muscle ache will be there in the patient. So if we are giving the warm water therapy in the food, so it will give so much of relax to the patient.
Relaxation. And what is the meaning of the quasi experimental?
Ma'am, quasi experimental study in this study we are mainly manipulating the independent variable to see the effect on dependent variable with the randomization.
Very good. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Ms. Meera Kumari. I really thank all the dedicated nursing faculty and respected honorable principal, ma'am, for initiating variety of research topic in various fields. Thank you, ma'am. Now, with great honor, I would like to call upon Dr. Sarika Saxena, Vice Principal, College of Nursing, Government Institute of Medical Sciences, for her presentation. I welcome you, ma'am.
So now it is morning, huh? So very good morning, one and all present over here. Myself, Dr. Sarika Saxena, Vice Principal, College of Nursing, James Street, Noida. I am very thankful to the our CM, Shri Yogi Adityanath ji, who is the Honorable Chief Minister, Government of UP, and the Chancellor of the MAHAYOGI GORAKHNATH University, Gorakhpur. And I would like to literally thanks to the Professor Uday Pratap Singh, who is the ex-VC, Veer Bahadur Singh, Purvanchal University, Jaunpur, UP, and he is a pro VC of the Mahayogi Gorakhnath University. I would like to thank to the Major General Dr. Atul Bajpai sir, who is the Vice Chancellor of this university. And on top of that, I would like to thank to Secretary and Organizer, Madam Dr. Ajita, Principal, Guru Shri Gorakhnath College of Nursing, and all faculty of the various colleges and the students who has given me this opportunity to present a topic which is based on the theme. So I'm very thankful and grateful to all of you, and I'm very thankful for everyone if I missed anybody's name. And especially I would like, on top of that, I would like to thank my elder sister, Dr. Alka Saxena, who is the principal of College of Nursing, Jati College of Nursing, with the madam communication, both of them discussed and invited me to come over here and take a one session. So with that, I would like to start a topic that is based on your theme, that is a new challenges of health services and the role of nurse. What do you understand by the new challenges? Students, what are these? Various new challenges we nurses are facing in our field. Okay, out of that also we are doing a best. We have a shortage of nurses, nurses having a shift duties, nurses having a overburden with the many things they are doing and performing, taking care of the patient. They are exposing of the various infections. They are exposing of the various chemicals also. But still, the nurses are the great and taking a challenges to lead their services intelligently, dedicatedly, with the commitments and with their performance. So I salute all the nurses, the fraternity, and the budding nurses and the future nurses. Thank you for all to attending and listening my session. So I would like to start with this quotation. You cannot educate a child who is not healthy, and you cannot keep a child healthy who is not educated. So meaning behind of this, by giving the elders, if the person is not healthy, we cannot educate. If the person is not educated, we cannot keep them healthy. So both the things are important in this school. The person, we are here, if we are going, we have got an opportunity to lead the school health problem also, to resolve the school health issues also. So we can say that that is very, very important. If we are teaching or we are educating these school children, then simultaneously we have to take care of their health also. So one of the scholars presented the topic, which he has given a study on the teachers, so that that person taking care of the school health children eyesight also. So that is something relation. Okay, so we have to be bothered for that. Students are, I think, feeling hot. Huh? Be cool. Take a deep breath. You will enjoy. Okay. Now, now you can see this picture. What you are seeing here? Yeah, school children. Who are the school children? In which age the group they comes? They comes under the age of the 16 to the yes, 12-year of age. In some books, 17-year of age also. But you can see with the different phases, the schools children are studying and they are showing their peculiar qualities also. Being a school nurse, we need to be observed, we need to be assessed, and then accordingly we provide the dedicated care. Because you know that school children are the asset of our nation, of our society. So if we neglect this part, it means we cannot contribute, we cannot keep our assets, because they are the future, they are the healthy future of our society and our nation. So we have to be taken care. And in the school, you will find a different age, as I said, 6 to 7, maybe the 8 to 9, maybe the 10 to 12. Different age phases are there. And every students are enjoying in their period in the school children life. Some school children like 6 to suppose 6 to 7 years or 9 years, they wanted to enjoy their painting. They want to do the some of the busy themselves. They want to do doing painting also. So once you study the pediatric, you will see all kind of phases, student characteristics, and accordingly you will try to manage to resolve the issues. Now come to the school. You can see the school building. School building, it doesn't mean the building, it is only the made of cement, concrete and the bricks. It is a made of your emotions. It is a made of your support, your psychological support. Okay, because without that we cannot give this building is a school. This is a structure only. So we can say the school, it is a platform where you are getting a formal education to upgrade yourself, to update yourself, and to groom yourself, so that you can give the best outcome to the society. So we are responsible to train the student, like, because if the students are not healthy, they cannot learn properly, they cannot be taken initiative, they cannot show their skill. So being a professional school nurse, we should be taking care of this. Now come to the healthy school. Now you can see this picture. Healthy school means the people, the students are enjoying, because they are finding a relaxed environment. School teacher is just like a god, as a mentor or as a mother. because they are providing all kind of support to the students, because finally at home when they are there, the mother is the first teacher, as we already studied, and in the school teacher, mentor, the principal, vice principal, all the faculty, they all are the mentors and the helping hand for the student growth and development. That development has to be a psychological, maybe the physical, maybe the other one spiritual, all kind of the support we are giving to the students. Then now come to the definition, that is school health. That it is a strategy and activity. In the school health, we are studying many things. Without that, school health, it is get neglected. If you are giving only the taking care of your hand washing, hair grooming, personality, not possible, because if you not taking care of your student mental health and you are neglecting that one, then student complete health will be not there, school health, children's. So that's why I would like to tell with this definition the strategies, activities, and services offered by in or in a association with the school that are designed to promote student their physical, emotional, and social development. Social means you have to be connect with the society. Why you are here? There is some social interaction, and if you are not able to stand over here, you cannot be speak up. You cannot be shared. So that kind of the development you are learning in your school period of time, and everybody I think has crossed this thing. Your madam has given the presentation in your school period, maybe other activities they have planned for your development. That is very, very important. Now, the importance of the school health, it is that healthy children are the healthy future. Understood? Healthy children are the healthy futures. So we need to take care. Now my topic is school health, which we have covered, awareness and the role of life. What do you understand by awareness? Awareness, it is the greatest agent for change. Why you are giving a awareness to the society in the form of different health education topic. The same way, if we neglect the school health awareness, then we are lacking giving a proper education to the that budding students. We have to be updated. We have to give them that priorities wise knowledge and advanced knowledge also. Then only they can be groomed themselves under your supervision, under your guidance. Then only awareness is always give a change. You don't feel आप जाते हैं education देते हैं वापस आ जाते हैं. Don't you feel they will not give us some changes? Definitely the changes are there. Some student finding 100% changes after getting this kind of the session. Maybe the 50%, 60%, but definitely the changes are there. If you are giving the awareness properly, your initiation, it is very important. The work which you are giving or performing, that has to be very up to mark. Always keep excellent to yourself. Do best. That is our aim of nursing. We should do. Now take a little history part of the school health status in India. In India, it had its beginning in 1909 when first time medical examination was conducted for the school children in Baroda city. In 1946, Board committee reported the school health services were non-existent in India. In 1953, Secondary Education Committee felt the needs for medical inspection of people and school feeding program. In 1960, the Government of India constituted a school health committee to assess the health and nutritional status of the children and recommended ways and means to improve them. That is very, very important. If we don't have any history, we cannot move forward. Always we have some backstory of our life. Earlier, I was also like you people. Then gradually, I grown up in my profession. So the same way, the school health program also, the school health is also having a history behind that. Then only we are in this position to educate, to upgrade the various school health programs, various school health activities, various school health services we can launch by the help of the Government of India and Ayushman Bharat. So that ultimately we are trying to be give a shape to the school children in the part of the education and in the part of their health. It is very, very important. Now, this is a conceptual model of the relation of the school children, school well-being. Now you can see the surrounding and the community and the home. The school children are occupied, surrounded by each one of the things, and they are having when they become a well-being, by having a school condition in the school surrounding environment, school subjects, curriculum, organization, schedule, group sizes, safety, punishment, services, healthcare, school, or if it is not all are there, we cannot develop our own personality. It is very, very must and it is very, very important also. So we have to see with this conceptual model, we try to understand what kind of the well-being of in the school they can develop their personalities. And the social relationship that has to be a very important role for well-being. Like the school climate, it is very, very important. Group dynamics, teacher-student relationship, that is very important. Students should not scold to the student. They are dependent to you. You should try to understand their feelings, their emotions, their problem, and sit together for a while, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then try to listen and then resolve their matters. This is the way to deal the students. And it is very important because if we don't have any conceptual model, if we don't have any model, then we cannot create our things. And bullying and cooperation with the homes and management. Next is how you can be well-being, then means of a self-fulfillment. That is a value of the student work. That is a possibility to guidance, encouragement, influence, school decision making, and increase self-esteem and use of creativity. In the school premises, not only in the school premises, I would say outside of the school premises, the teacher are there to guide you. Yes, agree? Yes, teachers are there to help you in the school. You are the college student, you are the university student, but you have gone through the school period time also. Everyone, including me. So our teacher, like a just a mentor, they are guiding step by step. But we have to maintain that coordination. We have to maintain the relation with our teacher. We have to give the due respect to the teacher. That is very important to gain many things, to change our personality, to change ourselves. Then next it is a health status, psychosomatic symptoms, chronic and other diseases, illness and common cold. If you want to see the what are the common problems of the student are facing related to their health, maybe the common cold, maybe the snake bite, maybe the poisoning. So if we don't understand the relevant study, what kind of the management and treatment we can provide to the school children, then it is incomplete. So for that, we should be a thorough knowledge about the subject which is given to us. Maybe you have an idea. The school health nurses are available in the schools. They are taking care of the maybe the 1,000, maybe the 500 students over there. One of my friends, she's working in Ludhiana as a school health nurse. 3 days back, when I got this topic, I discussed with her. Can you give me one video so that I can show here what kind of the responsibility you are dealing in your school? Last 25-year experience, she was my batchmate in the DSC period, madam. And literally she given, but difficult to listen, her voice. Then I asked, by the evening you just send me again. Then she said, okay. But due to the unfortunate, her husband got some problem due to the BP and all, got admitted, then unable to share us. Otherwise, I have this thing, I would like to show that video, which the school nurse is having their experience in that school. So anyways, now come to the coordinated school health. That is a very, very important. We cannot neglect any single point. We have to be work together with the team with this school health coordination. Because if we will not get the coordinated health education, physical education and physical activity, community involvement, health services, social and emotional climate, nutritional and educational services, counseling, psychological and social services, healthy school environment, school site, health promotion for self and family engagement. We never can forget our family engagement. PTM, nowadays the PTM it is started in the university and the college for students. There is some reason. If the parents are not involved for their student growth, we can not only give the best outcome to the society, for our nation, for our country. So everyone has to be work together in the coordinated form, then only we can give the best results. Now come to the next slide, that is indicate the school quality health components. Again, I would say you nurses student having some monthly, yes, your health checkup is there. In the same way, the school also they have the provision to provide the school health services in the different form. Maybe the eye examination, maybe the dental examination, maybe the complete body examination. But it has to be there. Then only we can give the quality products to the society. If someone is having an eye problem, having a not a this proper concentration problem, then we For what we are? If we are educated this much and we are not sharing, we are not involving, that is totally waste. So being a professional, all those who are the faculty, those who are the student, future teacher may be there, maybe the future clinical nurses also, maybe the school nurse, occupational, they all have to follow that the school, what are the school health facilities is available, try to implement in a proper way. If you neglect that, then no use. So you have to take care that prevention of the communicable disease, healthful environment, nutrition services, and the first aid and emergency care. I think in the BSc new syllabus, they have given a module of the first aid and the, right? Yes. So maybe you already gone through and you have studied, but you have to give 100%. And importance of the school health. Already we have taken many points, but with that slide, I would say whenever you are there in any setup, in clinical setup, in the class setup, in the college, in the community setup, in the camp setup, you have to give your best result to the society. Because if the school health, if the school health is not there, we cannot bring the things, we cannot bring the changes in the society. We are there to support the society by doing small initiation. Okay, so this kind of the school health programs, school campaign, school health campaign, this kind of the initiative really we are doing. In the school also we can ask to the principal or the teacher who the student who are studying under the primary and the secondary education, they have to make a some schedule, they have to make an academic calendar, and by putting in some of the health kind of activity which is initiated and organized by the government. So we need to be developed. Then school health team, it is not only the responsibility of the principal, it is the responsibility of each and everyone. Maybe you become a parent, so you will be responsible. Maybe you become a nurse, you are responsible. You may not be a doctor, but other responsibility you can handle by crossing all these things. Maybe your role is in a community. Being a community health nurse, you will be there. Children, you can see the children also have to be taken a involvement for their care, for their betterment. If the children is not taking care, it's because it needs to be counseling. It is very, very important. We have to make up their mind to understand the counselor thinking, to understand the school health program, to understand the school health organizer. Because who can support the school health team? Only the person who is interested in the youth, who is giving some time also. They have a very good program also to deliver them. So that is a very, very much important. So we can say the school health team, it is very important to organize and manage activities for the school children with the help of the principal, teacher, community people, and as well community parents, medical officers, and the school health nurse and the community health nurse. Here you can see the picture of the foreign country people, how they are jointly together and showing their this unity, because we are here for the schools. If suppose we are planning and if one person is, I will not be available, madam, kindly arrange someone. Then what is the principal will get? No, none of, because we are the principal, we are the vice principal. Various positions are there in the society of the nursing college as well as in the general school. We all team members are required to initiate anything that is needed for the society. See the Yogi ji, see the Modi ji, how misinfluently, misaffectionately they are performing their task. And we should take some small role model, take a small things as a role model, accept as it is. Then only we can perform our duty. Before giving and planning for the school health, you have to be taken care of yourself. That is very important. If you will not take care of yourself, you cannot provide the care to the school children. So your mental set, your physical health, your spiritual health, your psychological health, your social health, it is very, very important to deliver the things to the society. Now here we can say, here we have an agent picture of the principal, but your madam is a female. Anyway, principal is principal. School nurse keeping the students healthy and safe. We are not always taking care of the healthy things. We have to take care of the safety point of view, what we can give the education to them. So that is very important. And role of the school nurse, it is not a limited one. It is something expanded and extended role. And nurses are doing beyond their imaging. Nobody can think of it, what we are doing. If suppose selflessly we are doing, intelligently we are doing, then our name will recognize. If you are just taking it as a burden and finish the task, nobody, okay, so uska kaam tha, then only this person has finished. But your things has to come out by showing your personality. You are dedicated for your work. That is very, very important. Okay, so you can see the how the school nurse is responsible. Health services, she is involved. Health education, she is involved. Healthy environment, she is trying to maintain. Nutritional services, they are ready to give in. And the physical educational activity. Nowadays for the nursing, yoga month is going on from 17 May to 17 June. Various nursing institutions are planning to have, it is already executed to have their yoga session. Because why this yoga session is important? Can you tell me? Earlier we only celebrate one day on 21st June. Nowadays full month, full 1 month. Then there is some logic behind it. Everyone should do the yoga exercise because it will give you some energy and boost to you. Because finally, your body, it is not only to just show, you have to be active also. You have to show your presence also, physically and mentally. That is very important. If you understand yourself, then you can lead as a school nurse. What is the school students' requirement in the part of their health, in the part of their education, everything, and the physical education activity and the counseling and parents community involvement. You cannot only you are there, parents be involved for their parents teacher meeting. You have to be give some time to interact, to talk with them. I can give an example. I was the mentor and the coordinator of one of my BSc batch in Sharda University, and they were the background of the Bengali family. And literally, I'm telling you, even I left the Sharda, afterwards also they have started, means they are calling me, Madam, with your help, now that girl is in Canada, her daughter is in Canada, that Somashri name is there, I would suggest to you, people are there with the help of the mentoring, counseling, if you are involving the parents, definitely you will bring the changes because they understand you and they will try to help you, the students improvement, student guidance. So that's definitely the changes will be there. Without the help of the teacher, without the help of the principal, without the help of anybody, we cannot commit it for our duty. We have to take their support, we have to take their guidance, we need to support, we have to take their help. And again, core roles of the school nurse provide leadership for the provision of the health. We should have a leadership quality. We have to promote a school, healthy school environment. We have to serve as a leader for the health policies and the programs, serve as a liaison between the school, families, healthcare, and the community, promote health by providing health education, promote screening and referral for the health conditions, and provide a direct care to the student. Your community health teacher might be given some idea about the role of the school health nurse and why it is important to have seen, because without you it is not possible. And the care and the prevention, school nurse promote health through the nursing assessment. When you go to the school, you do the assessment. Yes, format is given to you. Okay, you have to arrange this school health program today. Assessment and then some education part and then evaluation kind of things. The combined activity the teachers are planning. So that way, if we are there only itself in this school, we can also work in the same forum and the same way and to bring the changes in the school children, and as well as provide care in both the routines and emergent issues for the student and the staff and prevent life-threatening situation. Many times the students are facing the life-threatening situation, maybe a snake bite, maybe the poisoning, maybe anything, then you have to be ready for yourself, being a school health nurse, to give the utmost care, which is the school children are expecting from you all. Now see the environment of the school, one classroom. Here you can see how the teachers are promoting the school setup. Yeah, the management will give you a building. They will give you a room. This is a responsibility of the school teacher, either the college or the university teacher. They have to be maintained and decorum of the class. Then only the student feel comfort. Yeah, isn't it? Yeah. Every school teacher has to maintain the decorum and the images of the classroom. Here, the parents having a very, very important role. Parents, not only the mother, both have to be play a very important role in the school children uh, of their school children's. And here already we have discussed the school health services. This is a government plan which is initiated by the government of India with the help of the Ayushman Bharat. Many school health services, this under the school health services, many things we can deal for the promotion and the development of these school health children. And what are the principles of the school health services? It emphasizes on health education to promote, to protect and improve the maintenance of the children and staff. It emphasizes on learning through the active and desirable participation. It is an ongoing and continuous program. It has an effective system of record keeping and reporting. What are the things which you are doing with under anything, any activity? You should always maintain the record. That documentation gives what you have done it. Only you are going and coming, no use. Always you need to be maintain your records. So in the school health services, the principle behind of it, we need to be, we have to give the care, we have to give the education as a professional school nurse, as well as we have to be documented properly. And in timely, we need to be taken care of the students' health. And the school health program, as I already discussed, it is launched by the government of India with the help of the Ayushman Bharat. Ultimately, the aim is there. Our school children has to be get motivated. They have to be alert enough. They have to have a critical thinking. They have to develop their decision-making power also according to the age. It's not a matter all the things you will deliver to this student. According to these school age children, you need to identify their things and deliver your things. An objective of the school health program, health promotion of the school children, prevention and control of the school health hazards, and rehabilitation of the handicapped. You may find some of the handicapped school children are there. You cannot neglect them. This is a handicap. You have to give more care to them because they are totally dependent on you in for each and everything in the part of the physical health, social health, spiritual health, emotional health. That kind of things you have to be given. So, importance of the school health program. School child is the subject of the special consideration for many reasons. This group is a vital importance of the community. As already we said, these are the asset of the future nations. These are the assets of the future nation. We need to take care of the school children because they are dependent on you. If you miss the shape changes, if you change the shapes, mentality, if you want to change, because nowadays school children are occupied with the various things. They are doing the smoking, they will be involved in the drugs also as per the age. They may be do anything which is not acceptable by the society. Being a school children, we try to be focused on the particular topics and try to give the best education because maximum more than 30% population are occupied by the school age children. They are subject to the risk of the communicable diseases, immunity, exposure, and outcome. They undergo the stresses and the strain of the growth and development. So we have to see that what is the importance and the reason behind to develop and to launch these school health programs. And the school health teachers, the principal, and the connected associations also, they are organizing a school health camp also. Many, maybe the Red Cross Society, you may be seeing, maybe the other agencies, they are involving with this school team and arranging the camps for the school health children so that they have to be see that what are the changes behind. And you have to select the theme also because if you focus on the theme, then you cannot be diverted. You have to be focused the theme and go within that. Then only you can elaborate, explain, and then deliberate your things. And this is a School Health Association Council. As I said earlier, the Advisory School Health Council it is also established, and this is very important because one person cannot do the advisory support. The many people those who can give the time also, those who have interest in the youth also, they can give a proper participation, licensing support they can. Then School Health Academic Council is prepared so that all team members come to the school and they will give the help to the particular school where the school children are studying in a primary education and the secondary educations. Now we see the back to the school health tips, and I think it is applicable for all because we are taking a topic for school health children. That's why I have taken in that we should have to be dressed fit for the weather. We have to get a good backpack also, establish healthy eating habit. That is very, very important. If you is attending a summer time, this kind of session, you should take a light things for your eatables, for your eatings. Okay, maybe the fluid is more important comparatively to other things. Foods you can take, you have to take a light things. Stay hydrated. You need to be have a water. Somebody has given. Thank you for this water to keep me hydrated because hydration is very important, not only for the school children. That is very, very important. And consider supplementation. As for the age, we need a supplementation. Why? Because it gives a extra things. As for the age, the T cells are getting a destroying. So we have to give extra supplement in the school children because they are growing in age. They have to be get supplemented by the additional supplementation. Get good quality of sleep. If you don't sleep, busy and involving in the net, mobile, Android, smartphones, then you will spoil your sleep and you are not active for the next day routine. So being a professional as a occupational nurse or the school nurse, we always try to tell them you have to be follow these kind of the healthy tips. And we manage stress and anxiety. Everybody is having anxiety. Some may be mild, some may be moderate, some may be severe, depending upon because you know better than any others. So try to make your things in that way. You have to be get less stress. That is the first funda I will tell you. Because
This session is very useful. This session is very useful. The complete 3 day session is very useful because we got so much opportunity to present at the national level conference. And we also got so much of information regarding field of nursing as well as the human health.
yes, very good answer because this is a platform we are getting an opportunity to share the things. So we all have to be yes. So we always have to follow these or encourage to the school children to be healthy to follow these important tips, and that is very very important. And for here, I would like to give us some little take home message. Every child deserves a school nurse. Yes or no? Because finally she is there to develop our personality, to change our lifestyle. Until unless if you will not accept her command, her instruction, you cannot grow up. So being a school children, the society, the asset of the society, they are the school children, they should be get motivated by the school health nurse, and we can say nothing is possible without the school nurse because our beginning is start from the school premises only. And the nurses are providing a care, that's why the children are telling to the nurses, thank you for taking care. This is a response of the children. So these are the responses which I have taken. Thank you. Thank you for everyone. Here I would like to thank to Dr. K.V. Raju sir. He is the economic advisor of the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh. We are really grateful, sir. You were not there morning before the session. I thanks to everyone. I want to thanks to you, sir, also. And we are fortunate and lucky enough to be the part of this session and got the this uh, something is we can see you here because we never know who is the economic advisor of the Uttar Pradesh. By this way only, we are we got the opportunity. Thank you so much, sir. So, how many of them wanted a school health nurse? No one. Yes, you want it. Please come over here. Come. And anyone else? How many of them wanted to tell others to you can become a school nurse also? How many of them? Yes. कितने लोग ऐसे हैं जो ये कह सकते हैं कि हम लोग स्कूल हेल्थ नर्स बन सकते हैं या हम लोग ये कह सकते हैं कि हमारे फ्रेंड्स को भी कि इसका स्कोप बहुत ज्यादा है नर्सिंग का आप स्कूल हेल्थ नर्स भी बन सकते हो यू डोंट स्पॉइल योर टाइम बिकॉज आपको गॉड ने एक टाइम दिया आपका एक लाइफ स्पैन है उस टाइम में यू शुड बी अ टारगेट इनफ टू व्हाट यू हैव टू थिंक इन योर लाइफ so you should be a targeted one. You have to be goal oriented. What are the if you have chosen the profession nursing, there are various scope. Being a teacher, I am here. Maybe the you people clinical nurse. Some of them are the school nurse. Now dear, you please come over here. What is your good name? Just tell and give the message to our students and the gather. What is the benefit and what is the scope of this one kind of.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for this important sessions. And firstly, I want to thank everyone for coming here. Firstly, I want to tell that school health, some have knowledge regarding school health nurses and some don't have. Some think that the nurses have to work only in the hospitals and their only work is to take care of the patient and follow the doctor's instructions. So, as ma'am told us that there are very important role other than taking care of the patient. So for school health nurse, it's very important because if she's there, she can guide the parents, teachers, and even instruct the students about the hygiene, about taking care of themselves, and even counseling. The most important because we can see nowadays the mental conditions are increasing day by day. So because of the pressure of the students having regarding their future, their careers, so it is very important for a nurse to be there, especially the school nurse, to educate them regarding different aspects of their life and to take care themselves. Okay, thank you.
So thank you, Nidhi Rai. She is the BSc post basic second year student. First year or second year? Second year student. She have at least an idea. She also can become a school health nurse and try to do her best for the society. And you know, the school children are the assets of our nation, of our society. If you start from the beginning itself, at least you can do for a year the school health nurse so that you can get an experience what kind of the responsibility the school health nurses are doing. So thank you so much for patiently listening. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Yes, school health is very important. As in second conference of the Chief Secretary held in New Delhi between 5th to 7th Jan 2023 and by Honorable Prime Minister, he said that medical and nursing students and the faculty need to be associated for ensuring the health checkup in school as a part of Rashtriya Bal Swasth Karikram by NHL. Thank you, ma'am, for the informative, interactive session about the school health awareness and the role of nurses. As we always know that prevention is better than cure. Thank you, ma'am. At the end, I would like to be thankful for both of the chairperson and the co-chairperson. I request our co-chairperson to kindly come on the stage for awarding certificate to our research scholar, ma'am. Please, ma'am.
Here I would request you, sir, please come on the stage with us so that we can give the certificate to the students. Please. Dr. Alka Saxena, please you also come and join us.
Our first person is Miss Arohi. Our second scholar is Miss Ashwani Pandey. Our third resource scholar is Miss Kavita. Our fourth research scholar is Miss Meera Kumari. Thank you, madam, sir. Now we are at the end of our technical session 6. Now we are moving forward for the closing ceremony. I request Ms. Asta Yadav for proceeding with our program. Thank you everyone for patient listening. We'll have a short break.